Hey, how's it going? My name is Dan. I used to work at the biggest dealership in the country, and now I teach fine folks like you how not to get fucked when buying a car. Kind of cool, huh? Somebody has to do it, especially when we're talking about Ford Ranger. Ford Ranger actually has recalled 60,000 cars from their production line and from customers that actually own this car. They recalled to fix a problem where Ford Ranger would be catching on fire. Over here, you're just gonna see some articles. You know what? I'll actually read the articles just a little bit. I'm not gonna talk about it. Let's read the articles. These are articles from Google's first page. The fact that no car reviewer is talking about it is mind-blowing, and I'll tell you why at the end. They're not talking about it. If you haven't watched my other videos, you probably don't know, so I'll tell you why. Ford Ranger and Mazda BT50 recall over fire hazard. Ford Ranger destroyed by fire after owner smells smoke. How weird is that? If there is smoke, there must be fire. Why is no car reviewer, why is no autoblogger talking about this? I'll tell you why. Ford orders urgent recall of 59,000 Rangers. Ford Ranger and Mazda BT50, same thing, recalled for the fire risk 70,000 units. 70,000 units. 24 of them catch fire. Do you want to be in a truck that catches fire? I mean, that's the only question. Then how come no reporter is talking about this? Why Ford Rangers catches on fire? You can actually read articles that explain why all that shit happens. I mean, it's not hard to make a car that doesn't catch on fire. We have millions of them that don't catch on fire. Why is Ford having this problem? And the worst part is, I done some research, Ford is actually notorious. I thought it was Ferrari that was #1 brand that would be catching on fire. No, Ford is leading the charge. If burning down cars was an Olympic sport, Ford would have gold medals throughout every category. The amount of cars that Ford burned down. I can't speak, this is so fun, you can't even talk. The amount of cars that Ford burned down is just unreal. This is unreal. Massive Ford recalls to fix fire hazard. I mean, this shouldn't be this funny, but it is. I mean, the fact that you don't know about this, the fact that car journalists are not talking about this, and the only places you can find this is on the internet because Ford pays big money not to have this shit published in actual newspapers. And here's more Ford Ranger catching on fire. 2016, 2017. And guess what? Now we have Ford Ranger in America. 2019, 2020 is gonna come out. If you know anybody that's looking to buy a Ford Ranger, buy him a fire extinguisher. It might seem like a gag gift. It might be funny, hey, you know, in case your truck catches on fire, which it might actually save their life. It starts out as a gag gift, but really, once they're actually using it, it's not gonna be funny then. Really, it won't be. It's only funny once you're giving it to them. Once they're using it to put out their fucking truck, it's not gonna be funny. Ford settles truck fire suit for 3 times their offer. So Ford offered to one of the owners whose truck got burned down certain amount of money. It was very little. I'm guessing it was a laughable amount, like a fucking cheeseburger and probably shake maybe large fries. Court ruled to increase that amount 3 times. Fire risk affects almost 60,000 Ford Rangers. And the reason the number is different between 60 and 70, like 53,000 or 59,000, is because articles were written at different times. And the numbers is just going up, 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 and up. Next article, Ford Ranger Mazda BT50 is recalled as farmers report grass fires sparked by new vehicles. I mean, can you imagine you have a fucking Ford Ranger on your farm and your farm burns down because of a $30,000 truck? Just imagine that. That is mind-blowing. Ford Mazda warns drivers long grass can cause utes on fire. So that's utes for utility vehicles, so pickup trucks. I mean, do we need warnings, or is this enough of warnings? Is Ford trucks catching on fire enough of a warning not to buy the shit box Ford Ranger? Or do you need your fucking truck to burn down so you can learn a lesson? like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be like, you dummy, you're gonna go buy a Ford. But really, I bet there's people out there that are going out and looking forward to buying Ford Ranger, and they don't know about this problem. This problem exists. Nobody's talking about it. Car and Driver, not talking about it. Road and Track, not talking about it. KBB, NADA, nobody out of big, YouTubers, big auto bloggers is talking about this. Do you know why? Because it's not in their favor. It's not in their favor. All the special meetings that you see where they suck on the blue oval and give each other handy J's, they would be canceled. Nobody would go to those if they would be reporting these problems. I mean, if you fire all of your fucking reporters and you fire everybody that covers you from the bad side, who is gonna report? Nobody. Here's more. Is Ford Ranger a fire hazard? I mean, 24 of them burned down, 60,000 have been recalled. I would say that's a yes. That's not even a question. Yes, it is a fire fucking hazard. Why would anybody buy a Ford Ranger in the first place? I don't understand. Ford as a company is a dying dog. That's what it is. They lost almost 30% of their stock value in one fucking year. In 1 year. They're cutting down their employees and they're firing everybody pretty much that works. They're like 20 or 25,000 people. They're trying to save $25 billion. I mean, they're just staying afloat. And now they have the stupid ass Ford Ranger that catches on fire. Really? I mean, this is like a horror movie that's going from bad to worse. The only truck that you should buy from Ford is just Ford F-Series. They're actually pretty good trucks in my opinion. Who in their right mind would buy a Ford Ranger over Ford F-150? Why would anybody do that? If you want to buy a truck, buy Ford F-150. What do you think? You're going to save money on gas with Ford Ranger? Yeah, you will. $15 a month, maybe $20. Are you really buying a truck to save $15 a month on gas? Come on, get real. If you need to have economical vehicle to haul stuff around the city, buy a fucking van. Really, buy this thing. You're going to be getting good fuel economy, and it can carry almost twice as much as a Ford Ranger. Come on, get real. Who is going to buy this thing? Hey, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up below and click the subscribe button over my head, or watch one of those two videos if you want to see more money saving tips about cars. This is Dan with 60 Minute Car. I'm signing out, and I'll see you on the internet.